Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back and we're doing a best of 3 Strixhaven draft. Alright, some good choices here. So we can take the Professor of Symbology, we can take the Elemental Expressionist, not really looking at Abundant Harvest. There's Inkling Summoning, there's Demigoth Woe Eater. I mean, Expressionist would open me up for the most different archetypes, and it's a rare, and the Magecraft ability is pretty relevant. Otherwise, I can take Professor of Symbology. There's Dispute for Learn too. A lot of good cards. I love Inkling Summoning. It's one of the better lessons. I think I'm just going to go with the rare. I actually really like this card. 4 mana, 4/4, and the upside on it is pretty sweet. Like if you have an instant speed spell and they're going to try and use removal on your guy, just net a 4/4 out of it instead. It's pretty awesome. Alright, follow-up pick here. Could take the Field Trip. It actually still could be in a Quandrix deck, which I like. Or we could take Bookworm instead. Bookworm is pretty sweet. Actually, I guess that's tough. If I'm going Quandrix, would I rather have Emergent Sequence or Field Trip? That's tough to say. Fractal is relevant. It also jumps from 2 to 4, whereas this jumps from 3 to 5, but also nets you a card. I think I'm going to go with the Sequence. And it fixes your mana too, where Field Trip can't. Man, I could go either way on that, but I really love Emergent Sequence, so I'm going to take that. Another one? Wow. And there's Professor of Zoomancy in here and Amplimancer. But yeah, we'll take Sequence number 2. I'm cool with that. Get the ramp going. Be nice to another Professor of Symbology. There's just good cards in these packs, but Emergent Sequence is legit. Croson Grip. I like Wrangler a lot. I like the Pledge Mage. I like Expanded Anatomy. All of these are good cards. I think Wrangler is quite strong, but it is a 5-drop. Whereas if we take Expanded Anatomy, this is one of the better lessons you can get. Getting Wrangler out early too, though, is pretty sweet. It's... I think when in doubt, maybe just go with the lesson, because it's always a good utility to get it. So we could take another lesson. Could take the Subtraction. Yeah, that makes sense here. Keeps us in Quandrix. It lets us find Anatomy. It can be a combat trick. Yeah, it's valuable enough to take. So now we could take Cramp Session, which is fine. Otherwise, there's Deadly Brew for like a Witherbloom deck, which I do like, but probably just take the Cramp Session. I mean, this is technically Witherbloom too, but we can play it in Quandrix, learn, buy ourselves some time. I think it makes sense. So here, Serpentine Curve looks better when you've got all these instants and sorceries. It is kind of cool, but maybe just another Cram Session. And then we just need to find a bunch of lessons. Or we could take Practical Research to splash, which we could do off Emergent Sequence. That's true, actually. It's probably worth it. Drawing 4 is pretty nifty, especially at instant speed. Interestingly, Cody is surprisingly playable in here, but I don't know if we want that. Probably take the Elemental Masterpiece, or we could take the Vortex Runner. Yeah, this is a little too... Maybe if I was crushing this format, I would take Cody, but I haven't been. Probably the Masterpiece. It makes sense with the Emergent Sequences, and we're probably still... Yeah, I actually like Vortex Runner too, and there's a decent argument for that for the Emergent Sequence as well, but I like Masterpiece. Alright, we could take Summoning here, but we don't have the mana to cast it. So I guess we take another Masterpiece. Second one's a little less exciting, but that's alright. I mean, like I said, we have the Emergent Sequences, so they can jump us to 7 a little easier. So there's Golden Ratio, which I guess technically we could use, but probably taking the Cramp Session. Find some more lessons along the way, buy some time. None of these are technically on color. I guess Spirit Summoning, if we go into Prismari, maybe? I mean, technically, currently, we only have, I guess, technically, Grinning Ignis does something here. It can get us to Elemental Masterpiece, but we only have 2 green cards currently, so who knows? Maybe we won't end up Quandrix. Might have to play Prismari. Just take a Mystical Archive card. Take a wall in case I need it. I mean, we have a good late game plan. Maybe I have to play a 1-mana 0/4 wall. Well, Blade Historian is pretty much always good. You're never really unhappy to have a 4-mana 2/3 that gives all your attackers double strike. It is pretty mana intensive, but is that a reason to jump ship into Prismari? Possibly. Like I said, we only got the 2 emergent sequences. Otherwise, I'm taking like Leyline Invocation, which is another good card for this. Or I could go... have some decent options here. Because I'm going to lose like Cram Session and Emergent Sequence if I go for the Blade Historian plan. That's true. Could take Intro. It's a good lesson to have. I'll take the Historian. I'm alright with it. It's a good card. Source of Plowshares. Jeez. There's a good one. Could take Elemental Summoning, get a good lesson here. Probably do that. Still a chance we end up Quandrix too, I think. Just gonna take the Artist. Can take the Campus, can take the Lowerhold Campus, can take the Quandrix Campus. Wouldn't splash for an Emergent Sequence. Could actually take the Artist here. I feel like with all the... It's a little bit weird, but with all the colors we've got going on right now, maybe it would work out. It is another 4-drop though, but I'll do it. Well, I like Conspiracy Theorists. Maybe I like it more than most do. Environmental Sciences might be just the slam pick though. I think considering how crazy our colors look, we might just need this card. Especially with all the mana intensive stuff. And we might not be able to make Emergent Sequence work. It's probably true. I still might just be on board for, well, I don't know. I was going to say Quandrix, but it might not happen. Well, now we have some good lessons. Creature, Pump Spell, and Find Land. It's pretty good utility. Prismari Apprentice. Could be the time to take the plunge. Yeah, I might be on board with it. It grows too, which is nice. Alright. So then we don't have we're not going to have the Cram Sessions anymore though, huh? Yeah, that makes things a little more tricky. Because now all we would be left with for Learn is just Arcane Subtraction. We also don't have any removal. This deck has some issues. This deck has some glaring issues right now. Alright, so we can take Fractal Summoning, or we can take Opt. Summoning is a good lesson. We don't have the Learn spells to support it right now. Opt is nice with, like, Expression. Nice discard fodder for Research. Can make Apprentice unblockable. Summoning, though, is huge. But we already do have the Elemental Summoning. I'd probably still go Fractal Summoning and just hope to find some Learn cards along the way. Alright, we can take... Well, yeah, we can take quite a few things here, huh? Maybe the Pledge Mage is like a 2-drop blocker, because our late game is on lockdown, so we probably... Although we don't have any removal, is that right? Jeez. Yeah, Because we're probably Prismari. Maybe we need the Burying Books then. Just have some interaction. Thrill is actually kind of cool. Could take the breakthrough. Probably breakthrough. It's a combat trick if we don't end up with much removal, and it also ramps and fixes us because of the treasure. Another masterpiece. I admittedly don't love it, but otherwise I could take Invocation on the splash. I mean, we have quite a few ways to make tokens, but at that point I might as well just play the masterpiece. Alright, Enthusiastic Study. Yeah, we want more Learn. I want Pillar Drop Warden too, to be honest, but we've got good utility stuff we need to find with this study. We can take the Campus, or we could take like Resculpt. Resculpt is actually, solve the equation, can actually find quite a few things in here too. I'll probably just take the Resculpt. Grinning Ignis number 2. No, now we can take Pledge Mage, get some cheap stuff going. Alright, Historian. I think we just want some early game. Archivist. I mean, we're not going to play Dragon's Approach, so I guess it doesn't matter. Other than we're passing a red card. Devastating Mastery. Alright, I really, you know me, I love Kelpie Guide, and we've got a lot of expensive stuff in here. I think Serpentine Curve could probably wheel, or we could take another Environmental Science. But I'm going to take the Kelpie Guide. I like it. It's a valuable card to have. We need removal very badly. We have a Bury in Books and a Sudden Breakthrough and a Resculpt and an Arcane Subtraction. We need some removal. Yeah, I guess we're not likely to play the... Oh, Electrolyze. Well, there's also Heated Debate and Pigment Storm in here. Jeez. Well, here's all that removal we asked for. We probably go with Electrolyze, because you draw off of it and you can get... You can technically get a 3-for-1 off Electrolyze. Kill X1, draw a card. Heated Debate deals with more things, but we might wield the Pigment Storm. It's also a Mystical Archive card, which is just sweet. So here we might just take Academic Dispute. It's basically just a way to get to our sideboard. That's true. Or we could take Campus Guide, which I would probably take and play, but we might wheel it. I'll take the Dispute. It's a valuable card to have. Shock. Need it. Hopefully get the Pledge Mage back. Yeah, we need some protection. Alright, Historian number 2 is fine. We have the late game, like I said, so let's just make sure we have the early game. So how many... we have like 12 creatures at least. And you can count any of these as creatures too. So really it's like 13. Could take another Pledge Mage. I kind of want to take the Burying Books, the second one. Just more... As much time as we can possibly buy is going to be good. Let's see. I don't think we can play the Pascal. Stadium's kind of funny. It actually works in here, surprisingly. We do have 13 non-creatures for Serpentine Curve, but we have so much expensive stuff already. Could take the Campus as some fixing, or could just take another Dispute. More access to sideboard. Because we have a good amount of lessons. I think I'm going Dispute. I could be wrong. But 1 mana. And actually it's kind of cool with the Pledge Mage if we get that back too. Like 1 mana, maybe eat their 2-drop and learn. Could be valuable. It also gives reach randomly, something to think about. Oh, Spectacle Mage is phenomenal for us. Got quite a few 5-drops we want to be cheaper here, so very important card for this deck. Maybe we're off Resculpt now. We don't have to play Resculpt main deck. I could do another Sudden Breakthrough. I mean, I'm not going to play Solve the Equation, I don't think. We don't have any actual, like, bomb instance. Maybe if I had, like, Magma Opus or something, I could consider playing that, but we'll probably just play another Sudden Breakthrough. Combat trick that ramps and whatever. Ooh, we did get Pigment Storm back. I'm probably playing that, or we could take Aerialist. Yeah, I mean, we're still kind of creature light. Still kind of removal light, too, though. Could go either way. I'm going to take the Pigment Storm. I've got a good feeling about it. All right, got Campus Guide back. That's nice. I think it makes the deck. Or we could take the Fixing, but I think I actually want Campus Guide for this deck. All right, we'll take the Pledge Mage, too. Now we're looking pretty good, actually. I don't think Battleseer makes the deck. How many lessons did we get? Just 3? We got, like, the best ones, though. A creature. Yeah, we got 4, actually. No, we got 5? Science, Summoning, Anatomy, Summoning, Summoning. All right, cool. Well, ended up with some pretty good ones. I think I don't know what we're cutting now. Too many good options. I think this deck could very logically take advantage of the Pledge Mage, which is cool. We're going to do 17 lands, so we're going to have to make some cuts. But I don't want to run Battleseers anyway, really. I mean, they're okay. It's just, I think we can do better. So this is like 15 creatures. We still have to make 4 cuts. Probably Grinning Ignis can go. So all of our learn cards count as creatures because we have like 3 additional creatures. So really we have like 17 creatures. So we can cut more creatures. Probably don't need the breakthroughs. I mean, they're fine. It's just, I can't imagine that we need them. I'd rather dig through my sideboard. And then we just have to make 1 more cut. All right, well, that's cool. I don't know what it is, but it's cool. It could be the Artist. Artist is fairly mediocre. It's cool for this deck, but do I really need it? Probably not. It could ramp us technically. But I think we'll cut the Artist. We've got enough 4, 5, 6, 7 drops. I think we just go for this. This looks pretty good. So what are we looking at color-wise? We need 4 red. So we need more red than blue. Because we don't have any double blue. This still counts as red too, so... Yeah, we're going to do extra... We didn't get any fixing, but I'm okay with that. We'll do extra red. Yeah, 8, 9. I think 8, 9's fine. It's not like we need to play a turn 4. Blade Historian, admittedly, is kind of weird in here. Just because we have... I don't know if it's win more or what, but this is fine. It's a cool deck. Can do some cool things. So, alright, we'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. Alright, we got a good keep here. Could do discard Masterpiece to get a turn 3, 4, 4. Doesn't seem worth it, though. Especially not when we've got Spectacle Mage in hand to make Pigment Storm and Masterpiece even cheaper. We'll see. Oh, cool draw there. Ooh, well, now we're going... Yeah, I think we're going Kelpie Guide here. Yeah, because this guarantees us Expressionist, whereas Spectacle Mage doesn't guarantee us anything, so... I actually don't have an Enter the Battlefield effect, so that's kind of cool. So I could Pigment Storm that and swing for 3. It's not bad. We're also... If I play Spectacle Mage, we're a mana away from Masterpiece, which is kind of sweet. But... kind of seems like a waste. I think we'll just drop the Expressionist. Could have Pigment Stormed, made best use of mana, but I'd rather save the Storm for something bigger, especially given that they just missed 2 land drops. Semester's End. Alright, I think they're going to be hurting here now. They're not even... That's funny. Alright, well... I think we'll just do the Storm. I mean, I guess I don't have to. That's true. Let's just go Campus Guide, Land, Spectacle Mage. That makes sense. Oh no, that's right, I have to pay for the extra. Forgot about Strict Proctor. That's okay. I'll just do the Mage. Alright, well, I guess Masterpiece is gonna cost a little bit extra here. Oh wait, I forgot they couldn't do it either. That's really funny. That is really funny. Alright. I guess we'll do... Yeah, I guess I'll do the Expressionist, whatever. I don't think they want to double block it anyway, to be honest, but that's alright. I guess I should have done Campus Guide. Oh, they're going to give me the thing? Oh, it's generous. Oh. Don't I just kill them? Block a 4/4/4. Yeah, they're super dead. Oh wait, I forgot to do Academic Dispute. I don't think it matters. They're super dead. Alright. So they got mana screwed, but they're playing Lore Hold. Weird Lore Hold though. Team Pennant, and they had Reflective Golem. So they have some evasion and stuff. I mean, they got some good cards in there. Flying rares in white. Semester's End. They actually have quite a few rares. They showed us like 3 rares that game already. Spellbinder, Proctor, and Semester's End. They're all good. Sideboard, we really don't have much. Resculpt is something we can do. But other than that, it's like Toolkit, once again. Digging up the lessons we need during the game. I might still keep this. It's tough, but I think I will because Dispute, yeah, actually, this hand's fine. I hope they, oh, I was gonna say I hope they play a creature, but alright. Guess we'll just do, I guess we'll do Historian. So I'm probably playing Guide next turn. I don't know why they kept a 1-lander. It seemed like a bad idea. Alright. We'll see for round 2. Alright. Round 2. I think we still keep this. Like, I can cast Dispute on their first creature if I don't draw any. I might save it though, now that I actually drew something. Well, this is cool. We get to eat their Pledge Mage. Guess it doesn't need to have reach. So we can get... Oh, we got some good choices here. Probably take the Elemental Summoning. I think we'll attack. I'm fine if they want to block and trade. It's kind of a 2-for-1, but at the same time, kind of not, so it's probably okay. In the study, you can dig up a fractal summoning, which can be useful. Pigment Storm's a good one too. So yeah, how do I want to do this? Let's do summoning. I think we'll chill. Could have also Pigment Stormed and attacked. Now I can't Pigment Storm. That's pretty rough. Take 6. I think we have to leave up Enthusiastic Study. Uh-oh, Wormhole Serpent. I guess I have to Pigment Storm that, huh? Well, okay. That's cool. So now we can double block. Alright, well, that's fine. So, 2, 5, 6 mana. Can electrolyze this. That's good. We can do the Spectacle Mage. Probably trade here. I mean, we can still technically cast our Elemental Masteries, so it's probably okay. Yeah, I can see the argument for why we needed to stay back there, so we'll do this to get a blocker. Although I could do Environmental Science. What does that do? I mean, makes it so I don't die. Still have a chance if we don't die here to rip Elemental Mastery. So I don't think we have any bounce that I can think of. I guess we don't need to show them that. So, Invocation, I don't think we have any counters or bounce. And resculpt one, doesn't seem that good. I don't see any way. No, we have Burying Books. Okay, so we have main deck ways to deal with it. That's fine. Okay, that's good enough for me. Alright, we can play first. Yeah, it's a good hand. Pledge Mage into Spectacle Mage, possibly into Practical Research. It's potentially very good. Campus Guide actually kind of helps too. I think we actually play it here and get our second blue, because then we go Mage guaranteed into Research at worst. Possibly better. Let's see, curate too often. So they didn't want to draw Island or Scurrid Colony. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Trickster kind of makes sense. But I think we're just going to do the Practical Research. I guess we wait in case they try and do like a Mage duel or something. So I can like shock and response. To me, it kind of makes sense. Symmetrist, sure. Alright. Research. So we'll just discard 2 lands. Masterpiece is good. So we can cast that next turn. So we probably just shock the Trickster. And I guess we attack here. I don't want to deal with the reach. Not when we get guaranteed Masterpiece next turn. Unless they have fight, of course. But that's alright. I mean, even if they have fight, I feel like we'll probably eventually get to Masterpiece, so it's okay. Guess I shouldn't have killed the Trickster. I forgot about the reach for a second, because Master Symmetrist is such a good card. Let's see if they go ahead and fight our Spectacle Mage now. If they do, it's not the end of the world. We can still attack in, I guess, just with the Campus Guide. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. So we'll do Masterpiece. Pass. And now we have the mana to cast Masterpiece, so I'm probably more willing to trade off the Spectacle Mage to the Symmetrist if it comes down to it. Alright. Invocation. Ooh, Apprentice is good too. So, guess we'll attack with this. I suppose we can attack with both of these. And then we can get, let's see, Fractal Summoning is probably the best because of the Spectacle Mage. So really it should be 7. So I suppose we get in with these two. So we still have 2 more Elemental Masterpieces in here, a bunch of Burying Books. Electrolyze is phenomenal here. Absolutely phenomenal. Guess technically they can pump the Amplimancer. It probably doesn't matter. Oh, Pigment Storm too? Wow. Well. Right. That's cool. Resculpting, set 6/6s and 7/7s to turn them into 4/4s. I don't know, it doesn't seem good enough to me. That's like the, I mean, we could do Sudden Breakthrough. They don't really have much removal, and it's good against Needlethorn Drake. You know, potentially could be good. But I don't know what I'd want to do it instead of something, so I think we're good. I like what we're doing. Yeah, that sounds good. A wee bit slow, but We got the arcane subtraction, so that's cool. We can do the dispute to dig up something, if I so desire. So we just want to buy time for a little bit. We have burying books in here too. Important to note that, because it can be quite valuable, especially if they're digging up anatomy here. Cultivator's a good one. Dispute doesn't quite get there yet anyway, so... Alright, burying books. This is good for their first invocation, so definitely valuable. So we can do subtraction here and get probably summoning. Could actually, might have been smarter to do the, I just feel like because summoning can block the thing, it might be worth it. Shock, not bad. Just need to buy time for a little bit, so let's pass. We can get our fractal summoning with academic dispute if we so desire. That's cool. So we can go and summoning. And we still have shock if they try and do mage duel. Alright. So I think we're going to shock the trickster. Because I don't want them to have an evasive anatomy creature. So we'll go masterpiece here. Dispute can get fractal summoning. Could also do the dispute into enthusiastic study. That lets us get our own anatomy. I really want to take 11, but at the same time, well, I can prevent damage. Maybe it is worth it. Second enthusiastic study, pumping my... Alright. We also have 2 more elemental masterpieces not to be overlooked here. Alright. Oh, perfect. And that works for me. Nice. Guess I could just take 12 here. We're just going to do another masterpiece. Could have actually done the dispute there. Might have been smarter. Reasonable argument for that. Alright, I think we go this. I think we're going to dispute colony. Decline reach. Get... If I get expanded anatomy, what does that do? No. Probably just get the fractal summoning. Yeah. I almost wonder if I do environmental science get out of Pledge Mage range. Honestly, that could be smarter. I have a feeling if I don't do that, I could be in trouble. That's a good draw. So I can make a 7/7. Or I can make an 8/8 actually. Probably just make an 8/8. So if I attack with all those, probably just wait. I can attack with all those. I get to eat one, possibly trade with one, and take 8. But if they have removal for my dude, I just lose it, which I don't love. Oh, Kelpie Guide. There's a good one. So let's just do this. Let's chill another turn. All right. It's a nice one to have. So we can get the anatomy here. I'm just going to tap this now so all their eyes don't get trampled. Pigment Storm's pretty sweet. Let's do this one first. So I can academic dispute the guide. Which is kind of cool. Very close to lethal here. We have 3 blockers. I must just be able to kill him this turn, right? Do I not get greedy, though? I just don't know what they could possibly have to survive here. Especially if I go like this. Say attack with everything, tap the Pledge Mage, you have 2 blockers. Alright. Cool. Got there. We'll see for the next one. Alright, round 3 we'll play first. Yeah, I mean, it's a keep, definitely. Trying to think what I want to dig up with Dispute. Maybe I have to be a little patient. Like I could do it now, but... yeah, I could do it now, but probably wait until more value. So Kelpie Guide into Expressionist, into maybe Dispute, Monster Summoning, or Elemental Summoning rather. Sure. I'm probably more on board with that getting Doombladed than my Expressionist, so that's okay. I suppose I could have waited a turn because then I would have better protection, but this is fine. Practical Research is good too. So we can Academic Dispute. But, I mean, why don't we just pass for now? I guess I can actually... I mean, we can do Campus Guide. Yeah, actually, I'm going to do Campus Guide. The reason I'm doing this is... I guess we'll get another red to dig for paying for Elemental Masterpiece and getting Dispute action, but it's because Dispute is instant speed, so say they do have removal, or they attack with Spiteful Squad, it's totally fine. Alright, so we're good. Now we're a land away from Masterpiece, I guess. Sure. What's cool about Expressionist is it says if it would leave the battlefield. So it's actually quite good here. Yeah. Let's do research. That's cool. Oh, jeez. I don't even know what to discard here. So many goodies. Jeez. Could discard Historian. I don't want to discard the Masterpieces, I'll tell you that much. Could discard Shock. Shock honestly doesn't look busted here, does it? No, I guess it doesn't. That's crazy. Wow. Alright. Guess I'm discarding Shock then. So I think we go Apprentice Historian first, because we want to leave up Dispute for when they do their Introduction to Annihilation, because then we can convert whatever that is into a better thing. That's fine. So we can do Dispute. And dig up a... I guess Summoning's a 5/5, so it's bigger than the... Or we could do Expanded Anatomy. Anatomy I kind of like on the Apprentice, but they still have the Introduction to Annihilation, so... Well... Let's just do Summoning. I'm cool with that. Did I not get this? If it would leave the battlefield. Did I not target the right creature? No, I did. I was like, I hope I did that right. Alright. So that's cool. Is it? Okay. So let's do Masterpiece first here. We could do the subtraction as well. Let's just do Masterpiece, it's fine. Oops. I don't mind getting bodies off the board here too. I think it's fine. Especially since we're following up with another Masterpiece. We have the subtraction for that, so not bad. Because we have 7 mana, so we could do Historian plus subtraction. That's pretty good. It's a little bit awkward sequencing-wise. But I think it's totally fine here. Electrolyze. There's a good one. Yeah, so we'll electrolyze, kill these 2. Actually, I guess it makes most sense to kill these 2. That's cool. So we can subtract the professor here and get probably just, do we want more bodies or anatomy? I mean, they still have the intro to annihilation, so I don't know if it matters. Probably just, we've got so many bodies. I guess the anatomy's fine. We have just so many bodies coming up here. Jeez. Yeah, they're like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So, the targets they found from their learns weren't that busted. What, they have like pest summoning, spirit summoning, and 2 intro to annihilations, which aren't even that great against us. So, that's cool. Creatures look pretty good. They have Doomblade too, which is good. But, I mean, our late game value definitely clearly seems better than theirs, but we also have to make it to the late game, so we'll see if we can do it. Oh yeah, that's a key. Historian into Kelpie Guide. Shock's a great draw. Sign in Blood. It's a good Mystical Archive card. Oh, that was a great draw. I'm willing to lose my Historian in a shock here. Still a couple lands from... I might do Arcane Subtraction here, just to get... Yeah. It's not a bad idea. We'll see. I might attack here, actually, now that I think about it. Sure. Kind of on board with subtraction. So we'll do subtraction here. And we can get environmental sciences. I think we do. Might seem like a waste, but just getting us to territory of being able to cast Masterpiece to me seems really good. Because now we're just in full-fledged Masterpiece territory here, so I like that. And if they want to use removal to take care of the Kelpie Guide, we'll eventually get there. Sure. So, yeah, there's Expressionist. That's cool. Let's just do Masterpiece. Couple lands away from Kelpie Guide being online, which would be good here too, obviously. Sure. Doomblade? I'm okay with that. Ooh, closing statement. That's a good one. So we've got 7. Let's just do, I guess, Expressionist plus Pledge Mage. I don't really want to attack here. Not when we can do Expressionist soon. Next turn. Is it when anything dies, or? Sure. I can't cast anything, so you got me. We've still got graveyard stuff. We've still got learn cards. Oh, attacking, huh? Go block here. So, alright. Well, that's cool. Let's do Variant Books here. Can double block that. Well, I guess we can't double block it, can we? No. Alright. So, oh, that was the only one to return? Well, that's cool. So, let's electrolyze the Rescuer. So we can do this. Get in for 4. And dig up a Historian. Oh, that's sweet. I think I should just do this. We're 1 shy of lethal, so we're actually just going to do this. And then we can tap their ingredient. I think they're toasty now. Alright. Cool. Well, this is the best, probably the best run with Prismari I've had. Academic Dispute did play very well, so we learned that. And yeah, Learn just functioned incredibly well for this deck, so. And we even got away with running 3 Elemental Masterpieces, so that's cool. Yeah, deck worked well. Happy to win with it. Let's do some pack one, pick ones, huh? Shall we? Oh, Blot Out of the Sky, easy. This card is so strong. Real dirty card. Just spit out a million 2/1s, yeah. So easy Blot Out the Sky there. Pack one, pick one. We do... Oh, easy Time Warp. Take an extra turn for 5 mana. Yeah, that's great too. All right. Well, at least it's been kind of easy decisions. I like this. Here, pack one, pick one, I'd probably go... I still like Emergent Sequence a lot. Just ramping and getting a creature. I think I like it even more than the Learn. It's tough, but jumping from 2 to 4 mana on turn 3 is just really nice. Or on turn 2, rather. By turn 3, being able to play turn... You get it. You get what I'm saying. Alright. Oh. Alright. Easy Shock here. Just cheap, good removal. I like Field Trip a lot too, actually. But yeah, I take the Shock. 1 mana, 2 damage. Hard to go wrong. This hand, I'd probably go... Oh yeah, Mascot Exhibition. Great Mythic. Very good card. Awesome Lesson. And finally, last but not least... Oh, pack one, pick one. What would I take? Probably Hunt for Specimens. Just take the cheap Learn. Be happy about it. All right. Well, there you have it. Hope you enjoyed it, folks. We'll see you for the next one.